Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. I hope you are well, and I hope that you are enjoying your Labor Day. It's a bit of a weird one for me because locally there's usually a charity card show run by Rich Klein that is Sunday and Monday, and ever since I've moved to Texas, I've made it to that show every year on Labor Day. I think I missed his spring show once, and it kind of, it's the big first weekend of college football and Rich Klein's show. So, this is definitely, I'm an introvert, so, and my wife, we don't go out a ton. So, you know, it's been a little less hard on us from that standpoint than a lot of others. But yeah, it's really hitting me. It's really kicking me in the ass this weekend. Between the lack of college football Saturday, although I was able to watch Texas State put a scare into SMU. Yeah, it's just been weird. So enough of that. Let's show some mail. If you follow me on Instagram, there I'm Kin Kin dot Kinsley Kinsley. I definitely know that some of you that'll watch this do follow me on there, and I've been trying to show my mail a little more throughout the week and then kind of guide you over here. Hopefully you'll watch the video. But there's always going to be more to show, more to talk about than I can post on Instagram. So thanks for watching the video. So I'm going to try to not make this a 30-minute video. So the first thing I've got is a lot. I participated in a stack sale a couple of weeks ago on Twitter. So got a whole bunch of cards, and I paid like $25. So I figured I'll show them off, and I'm pretty sure he included a lot of extra stuff. So let me know what you think. I think I did pretty well for $25. Now, some of them were just like dime cards, and I was just saying, I'll just take everything left available. So some of these may not be, the best, or, something that I'm going to resell, in my dollar boxes at card shows. But still, some of them I paid as little as a dime for. So a Javi Baez pink, Schwarber pink, George Springer, not really sure what that is, Tuve. I got this Ichiro just because I collect a handful of Ichiro, and I really like Status. I hate that they got rid of that as far as a standalone product in basketball. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Status. It reminds me, Brent, Near Mint Musings, and I think we've talked about this, that it reminds me of that like 90-91, 90-92 Skybox basketball. And, 11-year-old Ken thought that was just the coolest stuff ever because, I'd been collecting for about 3 years and it was all basic until then. So Bryce Harper. So again, Bryce Harper. I'm not really a Bryce Harper fan, but probably will just keep that one because it's a Status. Crusades, a lot of the stuff like these are not going to go in dollar boxes or anything like that, but love Heritage, so picked up a couple of Ichiros. Cody Bellinger, I don't know what this is. It's super thin though. An MLB sticker collection preview card, that explains it. Yeah, super thin. Like just as I was moving with it, I kind of bent it just a little. Just like I said, just some bigger names. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so there's another Machado, Cole. I don't even think this one. I don't think those are hollows, so I probably paid a dime. Whatever. I'll probably just throw them in I'm going to start getting back on trading card database, trying to get some trades in for some, filling some holes from the past. So I'll probably just throw some of those on there because at least they're still. So I got this Brandon Lau. I had seen some other people on videos talking about like his stuff going up, so nothing special, but it was a rookie. I think I paid like 75 cents for it. So, and then for the stuff, so I will say these ones that are not in any envelope, any top loader, I'm pretty sure he threw all of these in there because I don't remember buying this many Mike Trouts. And I'm thinking the Trouts alone were worth the 25 bucks I paid, and that was 25 bucks with shipping. That was including my, I think he does $4 shipping like I do on Twitter. Stack it up. As many cards as you want, you ship for $4. So these, like I said, these I'm pretty sure were all throw-ins. Because I thought it was only like a 12 card lot, 15 card lot. These may or may not have been part of it. Is this from that preview from this year? No, this must just be from last year's gallery. And then this one, there's another one on the back, so I got a couple there. So I mean, that's probably damn near close 25 trouts there for, and I paid $25 shipped. So, and then a few more. Everybody loves Crusades apparently. I don't get it. I'm not a big fan, but to each their own. Collect what you like. Optic, Donruss, Optic. This one I thought was some kind of error, but I looked it up before the video, so it's American Pride. And then on the back it says it's a trout back, but I mean, it's a weird thing because it doesn't show them both on the front. It makes no mention of like a connection between the two. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe y'all have a better idea than I do. Feel free to let me know. I thought this one was kind of cool. I think I have one trout card as a keeper. I take that back. I have a few of his heritage cards. One non-heritage, and it would be the second year, I guess 2012 or whatever. I have the Ginter Mini. This was like a bronze hollow of some sort. You can see a little bit of it there. I'm not trying real hard today. Then I thought this was cool. I'll probably keep this one actually because I like the stuff in the heritage design. It's actually from 2020 Tops and got some serial numbered out of $2.99 up there. So, but yeah, all that for 25 bucks. Some of that stuff I'll throw into my either stuff for when I start setting up at shows, or just I've started selling stuff on Twitter, as I've said. You can find me there at Beans B Card Blog if you're interested in checking it out. But I've just started selling on there because it's going to be a while before I'm confident enough to set up at a card show again. So this is a KBO set that Korean Cardboard put together, and as you see there, he is my shout out for this. So Korean Cardboard, it's actually one. I just, with the marker, the Sharpie, I couldn't quite get it all on there. One word, Korean Cardboard. He is an American citizen that is living and working in Korea. And I think what's really cool about what he does is he gets a lot of the Korean and Japanese and Minko and, stuff like that we just don't see over here. So, if you just love seeing some oddball stuff, you should really go check them out. So a few months ago, I had bought 2 sets of these from 2 different years. This was the second one. So you may have seen the first video. And if you did, you may or may not recall. So in the KBO sets over there, they do not put foreign players. So the American players to go over there do not get cards, or the, Dominican players, any of those. Anybody that's not Korean apparently does not get a card. So kind of made his own little set here. And I really bought this. I'll go through it real quick just because some of you might see a name and that you like or something. But I really bought it for 1 card. So, Andy Marte, rest peacefully. I thought this one was just funny because it was 2 former Pittsburgh Pirates back-to-back in there. But I bought it for this, the Dustin Nippert, who had some good seasons in Korea. Had pitched with the Diamondbacks and Rangers. And but for me, he pitched at West Virginia University. So this doesn't have stats where like he's got outstanding stats this year. Maybe the other card where he was, I think he went like 13-5 one year or something like that. And the 15 of 20 is that he only put 20 sets together. So he serial numbered them all. But Very cool. Really bought it just for the one card. In the other set that I got, he is in it. Nippert is in it, as well as I think it's Michael Choice, who played just less than 2 miles from where I live at University of Texas Arlington. So it was just another one that I would keep, because I am kind of just keeping a little bit of a UTA collection just under the radar as I find stuff, because I don't know, it's local, it's something different to collect. So if you watched my last mail day video, I was pretty upset about my order from Burbank, which was rightfully so. So I recorded that video last Sunday. It went up Monday morning, and Monday afternoon I got a bubble mailer from Burbank in the mail that I did not know was coming. So they had already refunded me for some cards that they said they didn't have, but they didn't actually say, the employee did not actually say that he was sending more cards out. So I had also emailed someone there who runs their Twitter, and I think I know who it is. I think it's one of the co-owners, but I don't want to speak out of turn. But I had emailed him, and we'd gone back and forth a couple times, and then Monday they showed up, and they had replaced cards. So, or they tried. This one is still the wrong one. This one was the first one was damaged. This one was supposed to be a blue from another year, and they still sent me the wrong one. But kind of at the point I'm at, with as much issue as there was, I'm not going to complain. So I had gotten this one as well. This had been damaged. I had gotten one of these that had a really bad corner. These are numbered out of 300, so I got an upgrade for that. But this one is actually new. It was just missing from the order. This is the 98 chrome refractor. I'm not a... So many people just love refractors, think they're the greatest thing ever. I don't get it. It's not my thing. But I really looked at this one, and I posted some photos on Instagram. But what I really liked that I thought was cool was you can see the refraction, I guess, off of that sleeve patch. And I took a picture of it where it was like blue, but you can kind of, even though I'm not zoomed, you can kind of see what it's doing there. You turn it, it's going to switch colors a little bit. So I thought that was pretty cool. And also look down at his batting gloves, and it's doing the same thing. And there's kind of a glow there. And again, as you move the card, it changes the color. So I thought that was really cool. Maybe I've just never looked at refractors enough. To me, I mean, they're just another parallel. I mean, cool, but, nothing as special as everybody else seems to like them. Hey, you kids, get off my lawn. I'm an old man. What can I say? But hey, put the refractor up there. It's not really going to show. That's okay. So, get that for the Russ Davis collection. And then a card that I really thought was going to be tough to find, and I was going to have to wait a while on, miraculously popped up with a $4 minimum bid and like $2 shipping. So I bid on it and figured I was going to be the only bidder. Somebody bid on it the morning that it was ending, but I went up and I placed a very aggressive bid to the point that if I lost it, I just was going to chalk it up and say, hey, I'll just wait. But I did get it. It is the 1998 Platinum Medallion, numbered out of 100. And I mean, if you are looking for certain players, you know that these late 90s cards, the hundreds, stuff out of 100 and less can be pretty tough to come by. So I was pretty happy to get that one. This is actually the second Platinum I have. I have a Steve Klein as well for my Steve Klein collection, but I'd never really looked at it a lot. But if we'll focus here, it's like I just have to stay focused. I don't even think the camera's not really picking it up, but the detail and the shine in that name is very cool. If you have any of these, you would know what I'm talking about. I just probably don't have enough light up here to really do it some justice. You can tell, but it's not doing it any justice. So after the addition of these last two Russ Davis cards, the Russ Davis collection is now up to 255 cards. And in the Super Collectors Unite group, last week I was able to cross the 250 threshold and get my Russ Davis collection counted. So, two more. Number one, I don't think I've picked any of these up in a few months, so if you're relatively new to the channel, you might not know I'm working on these. But I'm working on the 1911 American Tobacco Company auto driver set. Its number is T36. So I was able to pick up. More of these have started showing up, but they're showing up from a seller that's asking some pretty high prices. But it was the seller I got this one off of, and for whatever reason he had this one a little lower. And I mean, I know it's not perfect. I know you can see the damage on it, but it's a friggin' 110-year-old card. Pretty much all of them have some damage to them. So this is Vincenzo Lanzia. So what's cool for me is this is now the third back I have, because if you've watched some of my old videos, there is a Hassan back and a Mecca back, and then both of those come in factory 649, which you can see there, and factory 30. So 25 subjects, 4 backs of cards, so there's 100 cards. So this was one that I still needed. The back, it's getting a little tougher to find the backs I need, because I have some of the more, what I'm hearing are more common, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? Happy to have it. Thrilled to be able to add to it. So Vincenzo Lanzia was a racer engineer, and he was the founder of the Lancia Automobile Company. He never raced at Indianapolis like a lot of the drivers in that set. About half the drivers had raced at Indianapolis. So that's disappointing that he didn't. But at just 19 years old, he was a test driver for Fiat. And in Fiat's second race in 1900, and I think I said at 19 years old, he led the first lap of the first French Grand Prix at Le Mans. So very cool little historical note. He was a consistently fast driver, but oftentimes suffered mechanical failures just for whatever reason. Just a hard driver, and you'll still see those guys to this day. They're fast, but they can't take care of their equipment. His first car from the Lancia company was built in 1907, which would have only made him 26 years old at the time. After his death in 1937 from a heart attack, his wife and son continued management of the car manufacturer until 1955. Lancia still manufactures cars, but production's dropped significantly, especially in the last 30 years, since 1990. In 1990, they produced 300,000 cars, but sales bottomed out in 2018 at 48,000, and last year number rose to 59. And I saw some things where I think they are owned by Fiat or Chrysler or something with that whole, everything merges. So maybe maybe there's a chance we'll see some cards here someday. So you're telling me there's a chance. One last card. This card was my HAPPY25 purchase. Some of you probably know what that is. Some of you got it. Some of you didn't. It was a coupon from eBay for $25 off of a $25.01 purchase that went out to some of the long-time eBay users, and I've been on there since 1999. So I was fortunate enough to get it, and I got it, and I looked through some stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll go buy something that I normally wouldn't buy. But I was patient for a couple of days, and this came up, and I am so happy. So this is another card from the T36 set. This one is Ralph Mulford. So he is one of the top early American automobile drivers, and he's actually in the T227 set as well. I actually have that card. I am going to post a link to it. I've figured out, if you're staying to the end of my videos, how you can put like links to other things in the video, I'm going to put that video in there to when I picked up the T227. But that T227 set also has guys like baseball players like Home Run Baker, Ty Cobb. I think there's like 5 subjects, and I can't remember the other 2. But anyway, Mulford, he won the 1911 Vanderbilt Cup. That was the top race in America before the Indianapolis 500. In the 1911 Indianapolis 500, the inaugural race, he finished second. There have been urban legends that he won, that, why am I having such a brain fart? Who won? Oh, gosh. How am I? Okay, whatever. The winner didn't actually complete the full 200 laps. Ray Haroon was his name. Good grief. But the Indianapolis Motor Speedway historian Donald Davidson has pretty much debunked it and says it's a bunch of, I don't know, he's British, so maybe he says poppycoo, cocky poo, I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. All right, guys, you need to get done with this. So anyway, he was retroactively declared the 1911 and 1918 National Driving Champions. He did participate in 10 Indianapolis 500 races. His best finishes were 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and twice in 9th place. So he did finish top 10 in half of his races. So this card puts me at 60% of the master set. As I mentioned, 25 subjects, 4 backs each. And a new achievement for me, if I knew how to put sounds in, I'd like do the Super Mario Brothers when you get the mushroom and you get bigger. I'd put that sound in there. This is the first driver now that I have gotten the complete run of. And I mentioned on Lancia, I've got now 3 of his 4. So, as you can see, so here we got, what do we got here? Come on, focus for me. So we got Mecca 649, Hassan 649, Hassan 30, and that leaves me with Mecca 30. So this is the oldest complete rainbow I have in my collection, but I am very happy to have completed that, and I think I said it already, but this now puts me at 60 of the 100 cards toward completing the master set. And I've been working on this set for probably about 5 years. So I would think it's going to take probably more than 5 years to finish it off, because some of the cards, I mean, they just have to come up. Sometimes they're just not available. But it is what it is. What I get, we're at 23 minutes, so yeah, it still ended up being longer. I like to talk. But I'll leave you to the rest of your day. I hope everyone has a safe Labor Day, has a safe, wonderful, great week, and I will see you down the road.